enAbleGames is a video game platform that specializes in movement-based video games for therapy and entertainment. Our platform includes games targeted toward patients undergoing physical therapy that can encourage movement and target specific therapeutic goals, and tools for rehabilitation and physical therapy care providers that can grant insight into patient progress. At the heart of the platform is the enAbleGames portal, where patients can create accounts and explore games, link to their care providers, and provide details on their sessions. Care providers can monitor their patients, browse recent games played, and review patient metrics from those sessions. The web portal makes enAbleGames a viable platform for therapy both in-clinic and remotely, such as from the patient's own home. Care providers can manage their patients remotely, prescribing sessions and adjusting the parameters of the games to customize the experience of each patient according to their therapeutic goals. When a player launches a game, they will see their care provider's settings reflected in the game parameters, allowing each patient to have a customized gameplay experience that can be adjusted over time. Player performance data is collected by the platform during gameplay, and afterward, the patient's care provider can access these metrics through the portal to track participation and progress. Our platform takes advantage of an array of newly emerging motion-based input sensors such as the Microsoft Kinect and the Leap motion controller. These affordable consumer devices, along with just a Windows PC and an internet connection, allows patients to partake in therapy anywhere and on any schedule. enAbleGames will provide a number of first-party game titles at launch, targeting several therapeutic goals including aerobic exercise, control and movement planning, balance, range of motion, and strength training. enAbleGames has numerous games in development for a variety of styles and themes and a range of therapeutic goals.
In typical motion-based game development, programmers map specific movements to the game's controls. A game targeting upper body rehabilitation might map the control of a ship to the orientation of the player's arms. However, this method might limit the game's potential to be used in other therapy cases, such as lower body exercise, joint flexion, or many other patient needs. For these scenarios, a therapist would need to search for a different game that specifically targeted those motions, or would need the developer to reprogram the game. To solve this problem, enAbleGames has developed a specialized software library that decouples the action of a game from the motion that drives it. Using this library, games can be configured to target the movement, position, or orientation of any body part without any change to the game's code, simply by applying a new schema. For example, the ship's movement could be guided by the player's arm rotation. A joint therapy can associate the position of the ship with the angle of the patient's elbow. An upper body exercise can move the ship as the player raises their arms over their head. These modifications can be made from within the game and while the game is running. Though currently implemented as a configuration file, soon we will offer the ability to create these schemas within the game using a visual tool, load and save the schemas to the server, and even apply them remotely. With the enAbleGames unified input library, patients are no longer limited in their choices but can adjust the games they like to meet their individual needs. When games can be repurposed with trivial effort, they become more effective for developers, more accessible for patients, and more useful for therapists.
Your hip is starting to hurt? Which one? That one?
I'm gonna wait till the end.
There you go now. You got your elbow now.
Using enAbleGames is as easy as registering an account and launching a game. All of these pieces come together seamlessly to create a remote game therapy experience that is fun for players and powerful for care providers.